I think that Stuckey Kennedy Martin is like peanut butter and jelly, cornflakes and milk, whatever you want to say, but they are so excited to be together and their connection is so strong. Let's take a look at the spikes under the light rules, because in an event like this, she has been absolutely incredible. Last year's theme was Burn the Boats. And this year she's saying you don't listen to a song just to get to the end of it. And we asked her, what does that mean? She said, you got to enjoy this long way. We are playing in AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas, not far from our campus. Enjoy this moment.
Sam Merger also said, look, we're the local team. Fans are going to come out to see us, and we want to give them a show and enjoy this incredible moment for our athletes.
Part of Sam Erger's magic is being able to integrate a bunch of individuals into a team quickly. They have 4 transfers and 4 true freshmen this year. Meanwhile, we talk about transfers and new players. Whitney Lonstein is back, baby. She has joined Penn State, and we watched her in practice yesterday. Lights out.
Katie Schumacher-Cauley, the head coach for Penn State, has said so many incredible things about Whitney Lonstein. She's ready for this moment. She's worked hard. We haven't seen her play barely at all the last couple of years, but this year she's ready to have.
And she loves the atmosphere in Happy Valley, telling us Whitney has a 3-year-old daughter now, and she said it's a family atmosphere. The younger girls, Katie Schumacher-Cauley, saying, look, she's 23, and we had some 18-year-olds, they were 17 when they came in. She goes, it was pretty funny watching her as a mom, 6 years older than these freshmen, but she is focused on this team. When you look at Penn State as a whole, what do you see in terms of potential?
They've got all the pieces of the puzzle. How can they mesh together? And I think they've been really hungry to compete as well. First meeting, SMU, they already have a match under the belt for Penn State. This is their first match of the season. So just antsy to compete and show everybody what they have.
And on the other side for SMU, you know, Jaden Livings is out right now, but how about Favor Anyanwu last week in that first official match?
Favor Anyanwu, the middle blocker for SMU, is a player who can take over the match. She's a fierce defender at the net, just quick laterally, big block, and then she's also become more of a versatile offensive weapon for SMU.
Natalia Newsom has returned as well. Taking a look at Favor there, Newsom was having a fantastic year before she hurt her back, and it's beautiful to see her back. So I don't know what to expect in this one exactly. What specifically are you going to be looking for? Tell me first for SMU, what kind of skills, what you're going to be looking for.
So for SMU to challenge this Penn State team, they're going to need to serve really aggressive and let their block take over defensively. That's when SMU plays their best volleyball. For Penn State, they've got all sorts of weapons. They've got one of the best setters in the country in Alexis Stuckey. I think they're going to be hard to stop offensively, but when I watched them practice, I was most impressed by their pin blockers. They were able to stop players one-on-one. So I'm looking forward to a defensive battle at the net.
How about that bold prediction by a fan saying SMU tonight? I tell you what, there's plenty of people in Happy Valley who say, heck no, we got Alexis Stuckey, Kennedy Martin, Whitney Lonstein, and a very talented crew. Penn State is ready to have that, if you would, bounce back season after a defending champion hangover. They won the national championship in 2024 in an absolutely glorious season where Katie Schumacher-Cauley battled and beat breast cancer, really capturing the attention of fans all around the country, whether you're a volleyball fan or not. Nebraska, who you just saw win over Florida, was the Big Ten Conference #1 pick at preseason poll. Penn State, #3 in the preseason poll. Our first server is Emmy Selman, a junior from Maryland for Penn State. We're underway, semifinal #2. going for it. It's a big swing from Placide, a really exciting new addition.
And you see SMU able to run their middle first play of the game and then terminate from the right side. So able to run their offense because of the good first contact.
Oh, good. Now this server for SMU, Victoria Harris-Sammer, we're so excited about her. Came from South Carolina, said she was one of the best liberos in the nation.
Victoria Harris is one of those people you love to watch. She is everywhere. One of the quickest defenders I've ever seen. And Sully Davis talked about practicing against her. It's hard to put the ball away.
Liberos wearing the different colored jerseys. They are defensive players only. There's Lonstein up. And big swing. Free ball opportunity. Martin is ready. It'll be Lonstein again on a tight ball. This is a smart play with her left hand.
Whitney Lonstein goes up, elevates, and goes and gets that ball for Penn State. Look how tight this ball is. 4 hands, and Lonstein just a little bit higher to clear the block.
Ava Faldudo serving for Penn State.
Sully Davis on that left pin, quick arm swing. SMU has so many weapons. Along the net, they have a lot of different players who can hurt you offensively, and that makes it tough to stop them if you're on the other side of the net.
Uniform.
Alexis Stuckey down the line, and it catches Sully Davis high. She's unable to get under it and lift it to pass that ball.
Sully Davis, number 25 in white, a new player transfer from BYU. Davis, National Player of the Year watch list, ABCA Player of the Year watch list as just a sophomore. Back.
Good
off the block.
Yeah, good size block in front. But the tool of the block, impressive by Onyanwu.
Sully Davis was the 2025 Big 12 Freshman of the Year. Kennedy Martin takes a nice swing. Martin again, an elite swing.
I like that set by the libero for Penn State. She set the ball off the net because she knows Kennedy Martin can go to work, give her room, and she'll make a good decision.
Last time Martin and Stuckey were playing together 2 years ago, Martin was #1 in the nation in points per set when they were together in 2024. Lonstein, tempo pass, gorgeous.
Ryla Jones able to score in transition. Another new player in the lineup for Penn State. She's a transfer from Pitt. SMU trying to run Sully Davis out of the back row. You saw her stumble on that first one, too big of a lead, and they go back to her again. This is a rotation for SMU where the setter, Hannah Beaufort, is front row. So they've got Favor Onyanwu on the right, who's versatile enough to hit a high ball on a medium pass.
3-0 run for the Nittany Lions. They get a break with that ball served out of bounds. The 3 transfers for Penn State in Stuckey from Florida, Lonstein, who came most recently from Texas, and
trying to force a medium pass so the block of SMU can put pressure on Penn State and Alexis Stuckey.
That yo-yo game, playing with your emotions, right? Hard, deep, a little short, softer. Ryla Jones tips the ball over. Krista Wilburn we have not talked about yet. She was an impact player as a freshman, now a sophomore.
Krista Wilburn, 6th rotation player, really good passer, has a big arm, dangerous serve, and she really helps this SMU team settle in, run their offense with their good first contact.
SMU regains the lead on a 3-0 run. Stuckey's getting her steps in. Passing has not quite been on point yet. Beaufort goes back. Miranda Jones, really nice. Do they get the touch? They do not.
Emmy Selman for Penn State trying to swing through the seam of the block and get a piece, but did not get part of the SMU block on that last swing.
Favor Anyanwu continues to serve. It's now been a 4-0 run.
Kennedy Martin wiping off that tight set over Wilburn for SMU. Kennedy Martin can score in so many different ways. Hits crazy angles, but has the offensive tools in a tight set situation.
This week, Penn State did some scrimmages, inter-squad scrimmages, starting the match at 4-4 to get ready for this 21-point set. Because there is a little bit of a different urgency, Holly. How so?
Well, it's a shorter game, so you want to get ahead and you want to finish strong. And when that 21 comes a lot quicker than 25.
Yeah, there's not as many opportunities to make moves, right? Not as many opportunities to sub people in and change things around. So the urgency's for the...
Talia Newsom's a high flyer over a 40-inch vertical. Look at her get up and hit that deep into the corner for SMU. We call that a gap set.
Beautiful connection to the middle. And that time a chop off the hands.
Hitter coverage, and SMU gets another shot at it. Krista Wilburn on the left. You see Sully Davis slide under, get out of the way, and then Wilburn high crossbody off the edge of that right side blocker, Kennedy Martin.
Free ball. Beaufort steps in. Krista Wilburn puts it down.
That ball set a little bit tight to the net. Wilburn tried to wipe it off the block, but the hands pulled out for Penn State, and Penn State will go back to the service line.
That ends a 7-0 run for SMU. Trying to find that line. This is our media break, and News says they've captured this image and it's not AI. I don't know, man. What do you think?
It's been measured at 41 inches, so pretty close.
Pretty impressive. First set here of our second semifinal at Spikes Under the Lights inside AT&T Stadium. That's right, we are on the Dallas Cowboys field for this first of its kind event. Big dig. How about the dig from Victoria Harris, the new libero for SMU.
Kennedy Martin unloads out of the backcourt. Look at this tight joust. Sully Davis had 4 hands in front of her from Penn State and just works it off the block.
Wilburn. All the stars have come out, including a 4-time Olympic medalist, Carrie Walsh Jennings, owner of Major League Volleyball's NorCal team.
One of the best to ever play, both indoor and beach.
Yep.
Won national championships at Stanford, gold medals on the beach.
Hannah Beauford goes to the middle. Talk to me about the skill of setter Hannah Beauford.
Hannah Beauford's dynamic, and she's getting more and more comfortable. She runs balls down. She can push tempo. She just started jump top spinning a couple weeks ago, and she's been really consistent with that new weapon. So she's been doing a good job simplifying the offense to get her going, and she's going to get better and better every match for SMU.
Lonstein's back. Something about her is so exciting to watch. What is it?
She's dynamic. She moves well, and then quick arm through that ball, working it inside. Favor on one, you who's one of the most scary blockers to attack against.
And she gets off the ground so quickly. She's springing.
SMU set Penn State up for that. Faldudo had to crash into the middle to pick up this tip and just can't keep it on her side. Look out below.
Placide is back to serve. When you look at the front with Favor Anyanwu, she's playing next to Suli Davis. They have been friends for a long time. They're roommates right now. So when Suli Davis arrived at SMU, she already knew Jaden Livings and Favor Anyanwu. It's an ace serve for Placide.
SMU wants to put pressure from the service line. This is a hybrid. Good pace. Gets away from Emmy Selman of Penn State's platform. You talk about how Suli Davis got to SMU. Jaden Livings and Favor Anyanwu recruited her back. They won a national championship at the club level in high school. And that really was one of the reasons why she wanted to come back to SMU. And the fact that her family's back in Texas as well, that helps.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine. There's one thing for a coach for you, but your former teammates being like, hey, let's run it back one more time.
Why not?
Kennedy Martin will be in the front court with Alexis Stuckey serving. Sarah Frazee has come on for SMU, number 2 in white and serve receive. They do not go at her. They go at Suli Davis. And that's something that Suli Davis knows. She says, I'm going to receive every ball. Why?
Well, you look at who she's passing with, excellent DSs and passers. They want to put the pressure on Suli. She carries a big offensive load. They just shifted her out of the serve-receive lineup, and Wilburn will step into her place.
A little bit more of a broken play. Yeah, and it's common, right? You're going to go at an outside hitter to put extra load on, even more so when they're new to the team, even more so when you're next to 2 great defenders.
Definitely, and Penn State knows that. They're going to make Suli Davis work for her points, and it's working right now. They're putting a ton of pressure on her. 3-0 run, and SMU up 15-14 in this first set.
There's a certain gratitude that you have, I think, and she's in her 5th year, when you haven't played a lot the last few years. And she is enjoying every second.
Possibly for Penn State.
4-0 run for Penn State now, after that big run by SMU. Getting Ryla Jones active. She'll get up time and time.
Making a big rip against Penn State. That's how you win big points, being unafraid in big moments.
Suli Davis. Lonstein well off the net. Wilburn takes a big aggressive swing. It's long.
Wilburn had the right idea. That deep corner is a fantastic area to aim for. Just missed it long.
This is the 3rd set played tonight. There were 2 between Nebraska and Florida, and they have all been like this. Ties, ties, ties. Showing you the parity of the NCAA this season.
Good decision by SMU setter Beauford to run Favor Anyanwu on a bit higher set, because they've only got 2 attackers, but Favor Anyanwu is versatile. She can hit that higher tempo set, but use her physicality to score. She gets up and crushes that ball. Loving the trend of middle blockers at the service line, absolutely using their big arms to score.
There's no problem for Madison. Plays with the national team, of course. She is a professional player here in Texas for League One Volleyball. Austin, two-time champion there as well. That's all she does is collect trophies. Kennedy Martin able to get a touch.
Kennedy Martin is one of those players who can dominate a match offensively, but Stuckey trying to get everybody involved, stay balanced offensively for Penn State.
Lexi Jin. Again, Martin. Holly, let me ask you, you were an NCAA championship setter. You talked about keeping everybody involved. How do you work that balance when you've got a hitter like Martin who gets it done for you?
Early in the set, you want to establish everybody else, and then when you need those points, you go to your go-to player.
Aggressive lefty serve from Lexi. Got substitutions coming in on a couple of sides. Placide comes back in for SMU. And then Jocelyn Nation, number 11 in Navy. They call her Juice, a senior for Penn State. And in the center of the serve receives this ball.
Love that Kennedy Martin wants this ball. Look at this angle. As a right-sider that has to come over your left shoulder, Kennedy Martin does the work to make that possible. What a swing to win that point. Tie it up.
Error-free is Kennedy Martin, 5 kills for her. Off hands, picked up. Again, it is the libero for SMU who keeps these rallies going.
Transition swings, but Victoria Harris showing her speed in the back row, and then Gabby Placide off the hands of the block from that left side.
Sam Erger said she's the best defender I've ever coached. This little, her word, pipsqueak, sits in the edges. And you mentioned it earlier, Sulie Davis talking about, I can't get a ball down on her because she's just everywhere I want to be.
All tied up at 20 apiece. You must win by 2. SMU has 3 hitters available: Sulie Davis, Gabby Placide, and Natalia Newsom.
And Whitney Lonstein has come back on the floor for Penn State. Off hands, SMU 1 point away from taking set number 1.
You see the fire from Sulie Davis. Sam Erger said, look, she's an emotional player. When she's up, the team feels that energy.
Victoria Harris. That'll rattle you as a defender, like, wait, where's the careful swing? 5 kills, no errors on 9 swings for Whitney Lonstein. We are tied at 21. Penn State has not led this match, this set, since it was 6-5. And they give SMU another set point.
Gabby Placide has a tough serve. Penn State's passers need to lock in and get ready for some pace behind the serve.
Martin. Aggressive swing, absolutely amazing.
Penn State handles the tough serve, and then Stuckey making that decision to go to her hot hitter.
11th tie of this set. Penn State has been playing catch up all set long. Can they take the lead?
We're seeing some left side attackers take some really difficult swings because that set is coming from off the net.
Set point number 3 for SMU.
Get healthier with access to FDA-approved GLP-1s on Ro.
Favor on Yanwu has been fantastic out of the middle. We talk about her blocking for SMU, but she doesn't have any blocks yet. She's 3 for 3 offensively, versatile, and 2 aces from the service line.
SMU gets the win in the first set, despite Martin Jones and Lonstein of Penn State combining for hitting 366. Yes, Anyamun, her serves and her blocking and her skills are so good. Who's going to be the difference maker tonight? We'll be watching closely and naming our Row Player of the Match when this one is over. A reminder, the format's a little different here. It's to 21 points. The things, our Row Player of the Match, is this going to be our contender? It's a little bit different in that you've got just 1 timeout, not 2 per set. It's the 21 points. These are real matches, of course, but they do not count towards the selections at the end of November because the format is different.
But what an opportunity for both teams to play such good competition in this incredible venue.
No, the Penn State SMU did not disappoint. And if you're not watching, well, here's your cue to tune in. But I suppose if you're hearing our voice, you are watching.